other shit. Back on some other shit. I ain't gonna say it too much. We might gotta use this for the ads.
Yeah. What's going on, though, fam? What's going on, man? We are definitely back in the spot, man. It's
Yes.
spin. It's his side, you, man. So we,
Yeah.
we're literally 1 week out from you being hired by your dreams.
Yes, sir.
The messaging has to get a little bit more straightforward. We've been telling you guys these systems and these SOPs and A to Z's and B to Y's, but family, what's truly going on is us supervising and managing you in your first day of self-employment.
Yes.
You're being hired by your dreams. You're being hired by your passion
There we
to
go.
do the work.
There we go.
We have some things that we are going to make guarantees on or whatever. Right? But we're here today to pretty much walk you through the day and do a little bit of on the job training.
That's exactly what we're going for. On the job training. This is your first day of a self-employment transition, the first day of your entrepreneurial transition into the new life that you want. So we got to start that with a proper structure, a proper system, so that we understand fully what it's going to take for you to have a feasible exit strategy. All right. We don't want to sell you a dream. We want to sell you an architecture that you can use to manifest the dream in the most sustainable way possible. So the day is going to start with Hitsuyoaku, all right? And we're going to begin talking about your branding, We're going to work on your identity, right? Because until you understand who you are, who you serve, how you serve them, what transformation you want to provide to them, and how you want them to feel at the end of that transformation, it's going to be very hard for you to create the kind of coherent messaging, the kind of coherent placement, and the kind of coherent just overall structure to your brand that's going to allow you to cut through the noise. Every market is oversaturated now. So how do we cut through the noise of the market to be able to reach out to the people who have the problem that we are uniquely and utterly tuned, divinely instrumented even, I would say, to solve? That is what we're going for. There are so many pains in the world. You are a manifestation of pains that you have overcome. So what I want you to understand is that your identity is an asset. Your experiences are an asset. The skills, the knowledge set, you see what I'm saying? The unique perspectives that you have developed, these are assets that you can leverage I work specifically with creative entrepreneurs, but this goes all the way around the board because you're creating a business. Every entrepreneur is creative.
Creative business, yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying to you is let's take these things, turn them into an asset that feeds you perpetually without ever burning you out. That's how we're going to start the day. We're going to work on exercises that allow you to understand not only what your brand is all about, but also understanding the power of the brands that are also in the room with you. Right. Because this is not just about vertical integration, it's about reaching over and making the deal with the person next to you.
Yeah.
Right? So let's start there. And then once we get that going, we take a little break and I hand this off to Spin. And Spin's going to help you understand the marketing side of this. So Spin, tell me how we take it off from there when we get to your side of the day.
Yeah, definitely, man. So when it's Spin City time, man, you guys know I require work, effort, elbow grease. We don't go to work. Well, at least you shouldn't be going to work and truly dilly-dallying. The thing about work is, when we have a job is the CEO, the boss, the supervisor, the manager, they're all following a chain of command. It's literally chain of command.
Yeah, chain of command.
And if you fall out of that chain of command, then you're the problem.
The bottleneck, as they would say.
Through the entire day, we're going to be shifting your mindset from following the chain of command or being a part of the chain of command to creating it.
Yeah, there you go.
So so once you're done, you got your brand right. You think you got this sovereign identity. You got your Sonic ID. You got your main headline, your sub headlines. your style, you now must go and find and source the others that you intend to influence, that you intend to service. Okay, like even with you guys coming out of a job and going into self-employment, that's really what it is. Because again, I was noticing the fact that, people around me, I've even thought of it before. We have one job and we're learning the systems and the management and the chain of command. We're like, oh, shit is still tight. So I'm gonna go get a second job. This is where spin and hit, red, blue, Brother King Cam, we're saying, wait. If we can get you into self-employment by using the same skills, wisdom, systems, SOPs,
Yes,
chain
sir.
of command that you can build for yourself, you start to work for yourself immediately. And then folks will be like, okay, even if you go get that second job, even if you got the second job today, right now, because we're giving you a second job right now.
We're giving you one right now.
You too, we're giving you a second job right now. We're giving you a second job right now. We're saying, skip the interview. Skip the gas. Skip going to Ross for the outfits. Skip going to wherever you get your outfits to go do your job interviews. Scratch the resumes. Let's use your skill. Write a resume. That's it. What a segue. Write a resume. Write a resume to yourself, telling yourself what you can do if you were self-employed. Write a resume to yourself based on the business or service that you wish to provide. Please let it be one.
Yeah.
Please don't say, Spin, well, I do hair and I drive trucks and on the side I sell brushes and then I sell headphones sometimes. I do pop-up shops. I do real estate investment. Please.
For the love of all that is dark and holy.
I don't know how many, I can just keep saying please. It's hard to do that in marketing because you're trying to speak to one audience about everything.
There we go.
It kind of gets to the point to where you're speaking to one audience about nothing.
You oversaturate yourself.
You feel me? The gap in your resume will always be my downfall on the job market. The gap in your resume. Okay. I think I read that backwards and upside down. I'm a little bit dyslexic. But anyway, y'all, write a resume to yourself about your skills and abilities. Right? Because that's what you're doing to go get the job. And we're saying skip this interview process. You don't even have to get on a Zoom with us. We're going to literally take you from E to E. And you can keep your regular job. We're not saying just come meet us on Saturday and quit Monday. We're not saying that. So I have to keep reiterating that.
Yeah, let's reiterate that because right now you don't have the systems in place. Like we're literally showing you how you can begin to architect those systems in a way that would allow you to pull the Hitsuyawaku move of I'm going to jump to Atlanta, and then within 21 days, I'm going to have money in the bank. That's what I'm saying. I'm a living example of the thing we're trying to push to you. I didn't go look for a job. I made one. I was given an opportunity, and through my own work ethic, niggas say, you know what? I was already having my own motion. I see the way you get up and get jiggy, my nigga. Yeah,
get straight to it.
Get straight to it. So this is how we're trying to transition y'all into thinking about like, all right, set your systems, play the strategy out. So there's strategy, which is the planning before the action. There's tactics, which are what you're actually doing in the field, what you actually have to go and do in the field. Then there's the actual execution. You have all the tactical shit in the world and still fail. None of this is a guarantee. Your wage is a wager. You're placing a bet with your time and your labor that says every 2 weeks, I trust that your books are going to be good enough to cover the time and the labor that I have given to you. And with that, let's really look at all of the massive layoffs that have gone on since 2020 alone. Since 2020 alone. So let me ask you now, and mind you, now we've seen the rise of AI. We're seeing the plummeting of the actual cost of labor. High execution, high agentic thought.
Yep.
is now being automated and systematized at a very high capacity. We see Claude co-work. So let me ask all of the white collar workers out there, is that wage really worth the wager?
Yeah.
Or would it behoove you to take maybe just one shift, one extra shift this week?
Extra shift.
I just want you to take one
An
extra shift. I just want you to take one extra shift to help you see and open up the fact that you could be building something, like I just said,
Yeah.
that is perpetually feeding you without burning you out.
Yep.
But you have to take that leap to then say, yo, I'm being presented an offer. So wait, hold on. You already in entrepreneur CEO mode. You're being presented an offer right now by a branding and a marketing genius that are saying, hey, yo, oh boy, do we have something for you?
Pull on up.
Pull on up. Let us show you how you can use branding, marketing, media, the new media. Oh, legacy media is done. You don't need no ABC. You don't need
Yeah,
NBC.
you don't need
You don't need
no news
CBS. You don't need none of them.
Now it's podcasts.
You could damn near have your own Roku channel. You really get jiggy, nigga.
Yeah, you can. And the ads to match, commercials on TV to match.
Boom.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it with a stick, y'all. It's really real. It's really going up. It's going down. It's going all around.
These are the options that are now in play. So we're saying to you, A, we're now trying to beta test.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
We're trying to beta test now a new form of co-working
Right.
where it's not employees working for a centralized idea. No. I want the only thing centralized here is the location, the meeting point
Right.
of minds.
Right.
But the talent pool is divergent.
Yep.
The talent pool is decentralized. And they are now coming together with their own agendas, right? Their own dreams, their own goals, their own ideas, their own unique perspectives, their own value propositions,
Right.
their own IPs. They're coming together. And with just a light framing of, hey, we just gonna give you all a little bit of structure to maneuver around in.
Right.
We're not gonna kill the creative joy, but we do want this to be optimized for productivity. We want y'all to produce something at the end of this that justifies the extra shift that you clocked in.
The extra paradigm shift. The extra paradigm shift, y'all, it's really real. You know, it's really real. We've all been able to. You know, everybody in the building as supervisors and managers, and we're keeping the verbiage the same. It's because we come from those worlds, right? I had to give myself the job of whatever, and then when he brings up, you know, of a new co-working space, it's because we're having you go from E to E, employee to entrepreneur. When there's a room full of entrepreneurs that can help each other in a system, that's co-working.
That's co-working.
But again, it's something that you do for a living. Because you do your job for a living. When somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Hold on. I had just watched that dog.
Yeah, that shit off.
Yeah. Right. When you ask somebody, hey, what do you do for a living? Hey, I'm a doctor. Hey, what you do for a living? Hey, I'm the trash man. I'm the mailman. What you do for a living is a skill and ability that keeps you alive. Like, how come we don't realize what we're truly saying in the world, y'all? So, man, what you do for a living? I do AI marketing software.
What you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? How do you sustain your life on the planet? Eat, drink, bathe, warm up, sleep. Living. What you do for a living gives you monumental skills and abilities.
That's a fact.
But when you learn the system in the game in which you are playing,
Yes, sir.
you say, oh, snap. You can actually shoot straight to the top and actually get the job. So,
I want to touch on that in a second.
yeah, so when you go to LinkedIn, when you go to wherever you look for your job at, and you're asking other people, hey, do you have a system in which I can put myself into and get some money off the top? That is your hourly wager. Go ahead.
So let's talk about how just simple implementation of these concepts,
Right.
right? Just understanding a new terminology, a new lexicon, how those things can create new conditions. Words create worlds, as we say, right?
Here we go.
Okay. So just a little testimony from one of the clients of mine. They reported back to me just off the strength of reading some of the content,
Right.
getting to sit down with me and just being able to brainstorm and to see the missing gaps. I'm like, oh, you think your brand is this, but I see this and this and this, and oh, you really doing that? Oh, but you've been doing this, and
Yeah.
look at how you mix that in there. And that. They're in tech sales,
Right.
high pressure environment. You know, a lot of type A's. You know what I'm saying? All of these things.
Right.
She says she's securing cleaner deals, more high impact deals, more high impact deals. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just off the strength of understanding her own brand identity, she's not walking in those rooms with even an ounce of energy that smells like begging to negotiate with a nigga.
I can dig it.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I can dig it.
She's
That's
walking
good
into that room a sovereign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on behalf, but I'm just
On
an
behalf,
emissary.
But yeah, I got this system down pat, Bucko.
I know who I am. So when I step into the room, I'm about to spin you for a loop. You see it? Just off the strength of saying, wait, you know what? That nigga Aku did say, dawg, these are the 6-7 figure skills that you really sitting
Exactly.
on. This is how you've already done. You've been doing this for how many years at a corporate level? That means that you've already generated, because they only paying you but 10%. Nigga,
And
you got to think about the
you've
margins.
closed- you know you've closed 3 million.
3 million
especially in sales.
Come
in
on.
sales, you're closing. Oh, Sebastian closed 1.3 million this year, bro. I got paid fucking $250,000. Well,
Right there to the pocket. Now, mind you, that's what you took home. That is not the value you actually generated. The value you generated was the 1.3 million up front, plus whatever revenue and you see what I'm saying? Royalty kind of.
Exactly.
So I'm saying to you missing out on all those conversations.
Yep. You should be a creator, especially if you know it. Again, that's why we say don't hop in Saturday and quit Monday. It's
Exactly.
because you're simply going to get the mind frame
Beta
of
test the skills.
going back in there and beta testing the skills and abilities.
See what it can do for you when you
Actually-
start thinking from these levels.
Because being a security guard, we got the SOPs, we got the site SOPs of what we're supposed to do, and we never read them. We just listen to the supervisor. The supervisor gives us a tour of the building. Where's the cameras? How to use the computer? Science of the computer. You know what I mean? No knock on none of those security companies, but there's truly SOPs that need reading.
Yeah.
Things that when patrols are supposed to be done on time, right? And we know by being in coding jobs, your MVP needs to be delivered at a certain time. Fixes, debugging needs to happen by a certain time. It's a job.
It's a job.
It's a job, and that's the thing. Sometimes since we don't think of it as a job, since we don't think of it as something that we've already done. Someone tells you to get into self-employment. People tell you to get into business, and you see it as business. You act like it can wait that you do content. You act like it can wait that you do a live. You act like it can wait for the cash register to ring when you're supposed to be doing the job and doing the work that makes the register ring. When you think Burger King is just gonna open up a Burger King and just they're fine with not selling any burgers that day?
It's a nigga.
Out of here. Out of here. No, never. You think any store that you see brick and mortar anywhere, you think the chiropractor, you don't think the doctor want to see anybody today? Do you not think that the general contractors aren't looking for more houses to build up, more garages, more lights to put up? You should be looking to fulfill work every day.
Every single day.
So when people, and that's why we like to, keep it final 9 to 5, because you need to be giving yourself a 9 to 5 the same way someone else gave it to you.
Exactly.
You actually believed in their brand more
than you believed in
yourself,
Fuck yeah,
in
there
your
we go.
own skills and abilities. So you went to go take that job.
There we go.
Again, we're not hating. If somebody has systems in place, if somebody has, the structure in place, HR in place, and all these things in a building where you can go get work done for that, Get paid. I'm not telling anyone in the world not to get paid. No. Please go get paid, but understand you're also train your mind up.
Yes.
Train your mindset up. Train your mind frame up to say, okay, not only do I want the cash from here, but I want the know-how of these systems from register to receipt. Mm-hmm. From A to B, from A to Z, while I'm taking care of the B to Y. If you put that into your mind, if your mindset, and make yourself, for some reason, just get hyper accountable. When you go back to work, be so accountable that anything that goes bad that day, blame it on yourself. Because that's what it feels like to be a CEO.
That's what it feels like.
When something goes left down at the fourth row of whoever, you know who's truly to blame here? Do you know whose brand takes a hit? Do you know whose business takes a hit? It's yours. Okay? On the real, get paid, but stay wise. Go from toy to tool to weapon.
Hey, wait, who said? Hey, I don't know if you must know my branding. God damn, someone's paying attention out there. You go from toy to tool to weapon to ritual. To ritual. To where when you get up, this is your daily habit.
Yep. And you can't even imagine yourself without doing it.
There you go.
I know me and Hit, I've been working alongside Hit for a couple weeks at this point. And I know if I don't come in here and even get to touch the computer, it feels like I ain't been able to touch a woman.
Boy.
It's that major to me. If I ain't read no code that day, if I ain't check a Shopify, if I haven't spoke to a client, if I haven't posted a piece of content, I don't even feel like I'm spinning. But it's where I have fun. It's where I find my function. It's where I find my flow. Again, you can have a job that you love, or you can have a job that you hate. The same way you can have a business that you love and a business that you hate.
Yeah.
Because somebody just put you in the business of being, you're trading stocks. And you're just watching your damn thing get wiped out over and over again. You actually don't know what's going on. They told you there was money in stocks and options.
And you went with that.
And you just went with that because there was money in it. There's money in everything.
Everything.
There's money in your passion.
Every industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Every industry is worth money.
Every industry is worth something.
I think the most unlucrative will probably be underwater basket weaving.
Yeah.
But if a motherfucker marketed it properly, people would do it as a challenge. Know where your thing fits again. What's your brand? What does your brand actually fit in? Right? We got the homie. The homie has male performance enhancement. Instead of putting it out there in a more sexualized way and saying this is for a thoroughbred in the bed, if your brand screams that, cool. Or what if you're speaking to bodybuilders and you put it? How you brought it up. He said, "Well, when we just bring it up as a sports performance." Type thing.
Like a pre-workout kind of thing to get, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you feel me?
You'll be able to blood flow, nitric oxide, all the good things you actually need to keep the pump going.
You see how branders speak? Because they're trying to find that fit of where that goes. There's a microphone. It can be used by referees. It can be used by judges. It can be used by content creators. It can be used by snowboarders. It can be used by... Okay, well... I sell microphones, small, lightweight. All right, I'm going to go straight for snowboarders. I'm going to go straight for skateboarders. I'm going to go straight for, right? Because that's the thing about already being a giant. Giants actually can't even afford to meet you where you're at as a new company. The reason why is if you come out selling track jackets, it will crush Nike to try to compete with you at only selling track jackets when they've already been successful in shoes, track jackets, clothes, Nike. So when people think, oh, well, my lane gonna be saturated. No, it's not. If it's branded correctly and it's connected correctly, then you'll figure out exactly how to become that entrepreneur and like streamline these processes.
All right, let's talk about one of the major employers in America, Walmart. Bring your ass to a super Walmart and just walk down any given aisle. Right. Let's say the bread aisle. Boom. How many different brands of bread are there? And then under all of those brands, how many different types of bread are there?
Exactly.
Is the bread market saturated? You
Uh-oh.
don't say that when you walk in there. You walk in there and say, "Oh my God, all these options, these
All
choices.
these options.
Ooh, I'm gonna just pick the one that feel right. This one got a good price.
Yep.
But this one looks soft and fluffy, bro.
Yeah, this one got the seeds. This is the white one,
What
the
a
wheat.
Pumpernickel?
Man, come on,
Oh
man.
man, I don't know.
And y'all find a way to put yourselves in some tiny box that's saturated. Yeah,
all
right.
I got you. I feel you. That sounds like self-sabotage in the making. That sounds like a real convenient excuse to not actually go and do the thing. That's why I like shadow work as a part of the sovereign identity. Because we be on some bullshit when we stare in the mirror sometimes.
Yep.
And my brother has been saying it so eloquently. As brands, we oftentimes forget to look in the mirror that is the reflection of someone's eyes. We do not often take the time to see how we are being perceived by the market.
Yep.
And that is a core facet of the type of branding, the identity first branding that I promote.
Yep.
Identity is emergent. You don't get to decide your identity by yourself in a vacuum. That is a co-creative process with your community.
Uh-oh.
We don't care who you are for real until you can show us what you can do.
Yep.
Utility driven. I want you to show up and tell me who you are and what you can do so I know how to place you. Are you a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Because the civilization with which I am trying to preempt this final shift that I'm trying to preempt requires a multitude of skills, both vertically and horizontally integrated into a tight-knit web. To where when we make the money circulates amongst us a good 10 times before it even get a chance to breathe air of anybody else's pocket.
Yeah. That's one thing that, even the culture must have struggled to learn. Again, I'm not hating on anybody. I didn't, our parents, a lot of our parents was winging it, man. Unless they didn't, all right? Boy, if they call me one more time, boy, god damn. Right? What was I? I'm in a loop of something.
You were just, oh damn, you didn't get
Now they texting me and stuff. Well, I need to put this shit on do not disturb for real. Okay, I mean, I'll press it. Well, because you were saying what I speak on a lot, the mirror.
The mirror,
All
yes.
right, here I go.
Okay.
When people get, what's the first one? A testimonial.
Yes.
This is where I was going. People get testimonials and they let their egos go up, up, up. But you need to have your egos go both vertically and horizontally like this. Looking in the mirror, what do you really see Spin City HQ as? Look, man, this dude got a bunch of tattoos. He wears the spiritual jewelry. He kind of equates it to like this street look. That's what's going on. But can he teach tech? But can he teach robotics?
Exactly.
But can he teach software?
Can he actually do the thing?
Can he actually do the thing?
Because I like the aesthetic. The aesthetic's cool. The aesthetic is
The aesthetic
engaging.
is cool.
It makes me feel seen. It makes me feel, all right, cool. Yeah, he got the ski mask. All right, this is someone that comes from an environment that can understand where I'm coming from, but can you really do the shit you say you can do?
And these looks rarely are equated with intelligence.
So it's subversive.
You look at a couple folks. We read what's on YouTube. Why y'all got masks on? Why you look like this? Why y'all are more quarter zip fellas, man. Y'all gotta represent for the quarter zip. Let the quarter zip men represent the quarter zip teenagers. How can the proverbial YN ever see himself in a different section? That's why you think, oh, my stuff is saturated. Because we just be a couple more motherfucking quarter zip AI niggas.
Exactly. And what's the point of that?
So now when I can throw on some rings and I can throw on a bandana, I can throw on some, it's giving spiritual, it's giving street, it's
giving futuristic.
But when you speak to them, They about to tell you how to use AI to get more ads than last time,
And
more
I ain't-
animations than last time, automations, and help you get applications together, man. We are the fastest working team when it comes to AI improved, AI infused softwares in the world. I don't care what you're talking about, Mike. Look, I don't need a quarter zip to drop immaculate tutorials on how to do faceless content with AI. Everybody that ever heard one of my tutorials, ... So you start to put that as a brand. That's what I can go to spin for. People don't ask me, people don't ever come up to me and ask me about, they don't ask me about Lemonade. Hey, do you know about Lemonade? I don't.
I don't.
I can build you a software. Oh, okay, well, thanks. Hey, you know about these headphones, Ben? No, I don't.
But I can build.
I can build you a software. So now everybody's looking at you. I'm looking at my mirrors. Hey, how does spin look on there, man? You giving, you know what I'm saying? You like this rap software guy. Excellent. You got it. Slapping ass Suno beats behind all my content, a certain way, certain aesthetic, but it's teaching you some shit. And then you can look at who Cuz is. You can look at him in the camera. So
there you go.
Full circle, the customer's eyes create the brand for you.
There you go.
You approach with a message, and you find people that are like you and think like you, and say, "Damn!" And you be that beacon, and you be that statue of what if.
What if?
So many people are afraid to go be the what if. I'd rather look like this than wear a quarter zip at my level. So now you can't box me in with anybody else that does AI.
Exactly.
You can't box me in with anybody else that does AI.
Exactly.
If you like Brother Ben, if you like 19 Keys, if you like Alicia Little, if you like Neil Patel, if you like them, cool. I like them as well.
I'll study them, in fact.
My same wisdom is on their level, but I need to speak to my thugs. I need to tell my thugs, man, no, it's off the streets, bro. You don't got to keep road running, bro. You don't got to keep quarterbacking and wide receiving, bro. You don't got to keep, you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, stomping down on these hoes, bro. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying, push these packs, bro. Push these softwares, bro. Learn how to do vibe coding, bro, and I'll show you how to flow code to where you know code so you can grow code when you show code. You feel me, bro? I got some real shit, my nigga. Dead homies, nigga, I got some real shit over here. The same way a person can front you a P, I can front you a SaaS. A software as a service.
Hey, yo.
You feel me? See, now you feel where I'm coming from.
I'll front you to Shopify.
I'll front you a motherfucking Shopify, bro, and then I'll help you market that motherfucker. I'm the plug at that point. I help you become a plug or at least bare minimum a mover. I just gave you a job that you're doing for yourself.
Yo, I'll front you a brand kit, bro. You can step outside and look coherent like you've been in business for 10 years doing what you're doing.
Exactly. It's about the brand. It's about the message and it being, you know what I'm saying? The message couldn't be any clearer when you're
really
consulting with the one in the mirror.
There you go.
And knowing for a fact the true mirror is the eyes, the hands, the ears, and the minds of the people that's consuming your content. Your ads. You don't even have to even go hella crazy. Again, we're showing, you know, off the job, you know, the exit strategy comes with a budget. If you make $10 an hour, $5 an hour need to go to building up your self-employment. If you're going to sell time, buy back time.
There you go.
If you're going to sell time, well, I don't got time to build a business. Yes, you do. Because you have the money. If your boss every 2 weeks give you a band, $1,000. I'm just leaving simple numbers. Whenever you get paid, it's $1,000. You need to be paying your ads. You need to be paying your brand manager. You need to be buying cameras, if that, or you need to be, you know, getting your wax for your candles, or you need to be getting your massage table for your therapist business. You need to use that same time in which you've sold to the next person's company. Take the cash and buy more time in your own company.
There you go.
Oh, I don't got time to do organic and grow a page. Cool. I'll show you how to drop ads that move 10 times faster. Okay, where organic would have went out, okay, I would have got 200 views, spend an ad to get you 200,000 views if we do it right.
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
So, again, step by step, E to E, January 24th. Please be online. Please visit SpinCityHQ.com.
SpinCityHQ.com.
Right.
SpinCityHQ.com.
Please visit SpinCityHQ.com, y'all.
The final 9 to 5, Atlanta, Georgia, and remote. We're working IRL and remote with the family. We're doing 3 shifts over that 8-hour span. You're going to be working on your brand identity. You're going to be working on your marketing strategy and tactics. You're going to be working on your media plan, your multimedia messaging plan, right? How you get out there and get that message moving through content. All right. I need y'all to understand these things are so important. I leverage my content into the opportunities that I'm looking at right now. Do y'all understand that? All right. My Substack has already paid me just off the strength of being able to have a clear identity, have a clear mission, have a clear vision, a clear purpose, and to then present that repeatedly with solid execution. And then to know, hey, I know that the audience I need to reach out to is over here. So I need to send that email over there. And I put myself on that clock, and I made sure I got that off. I made sure I rebuilt the resume, rebuilt it 3 times, sharpened it up, make sure, boom, I did all that. So, again, putting in that effort to say, I want to be over here.
Yep.
This is while I'm working. I want y'all to understand I launched the Hitsuyo Aku brand in August. Look at where I'm at. From dead zero, from nothing. So this is what I want y'all to understand. Coming in with a clear strategy, clear tactics, and then passionate execution. I'm not just showing up. I'm showing up and showing off and showing out.
Hey.
Don't just show up, because that's the bare minimum.
It is.
That's the bare minimum I can ask you to do is clock in for yourself.
Yep.
That's the bare minimum I could ask of you is to clock in on the dream that you say you want to manifest.
Yep.
That's not nothing special. The real overtime comes in when you start bugging out. When you say, nah, I got this sovereign creator system that I'm building out, and it's not enterprise level yet. I'm not going to stop beating the brakes off this shit until it is enterprise level. When I'm done, them Forbes niggas should come to me and say, hey, my boy. And I say, nah, fuck it. I don't even want it. You good?
Yep, you good to go.
You good to go?
Champ.
Thanks for the opportunity. I never needed your recognition.
Yep.
But it's nice to know that I really am one of them ones doing it at a Fortune 500 level. Because what does that say about the audience that I'm serving if I can get to a Fortune 500 level, serving them doing what I'm doing?
Facts. That's hard.
There's a job you love and there's a job you hate. Which one do you want to continue to clock into? Because I promise you can buy your way out.
Yeah. You can think your way out at this point with AI.
Yeah.
You can imagine yourself. You can imagine the way out. Right? And we even spoke on, y'all. We only going to take a few more of y'all minutes. Just literally a few more of y'all minutes, y'all. It's that when you're giving yourself a job, you don't want it to be, and you don't want to create it from the ground level as the one that you hate, y'all. And that's when we said just a minute ago, I could give you a job, right? People do business in a box in a world of AI, to where you can literally go and prompt a certain website, start selling perfume or cologne. Now you have this cologne business, perfume business, and now in your DM, people are asking, oh, what is this mix? And what is this? And what's the charcoal and mixed with it? What's this? And how does this work? And this burn my skin. And you have to deal with the stressors of being rich in that lane. Mm-hmm. So don't choose one to where you have to go to AI and ask about what your job is. Mm-hmm. Right? If you're already a lumberjack, and you've been a lumberjack for 5 years, you know wood. Why would you go into a steel business? Why would you come off the employment force of working with carpenters for 20 years just to start a steel business? You are confused. You let the internet lead you into, oh, there's money in concrete, man. Come do this concrete. Come start pouring concrete. And by the time you hit the stressors of a concrete worker, a cement mason, You're like, this shit is garbage. Mix what with the what and left the what and keep the what. And when the whole time you knew how to move and cut wood and 4x4s and what reinforcements, angles, what type of saw to use, please go into business with a skill that you truly have and will be the job that you truly love.
There you go. There you go. Someone in the chat asked, how many cars did y'all boost today? Hey, boy, I don't boost cars. I boost posts, boy.
I don't boost
ads.
cars, man.
I boost ads, boy. What you mean?
That's how we got to do it. That's branding, though.
I don't boost cars. I boost ads, boy. What you mean?
Your boys wear ski masks and having tattoos out there.
Boy,
and I'm talking about
hitting the lick on all these platforms. What you mean,
licks
boy?
on platforms, man.
I hit licks on platforms. That's pushing P, nah.
Just so my folks know where we came from, what we've been through, and where we strive to be. So again, y'all, Spin City HQ, please work remote with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay for overtime.
Yeah.
So everything can be built out on Saturday. We will make you work. I don't think I have a lecture in me. It's gonna be set up your Meta ads. It's gonna be set up your Google AdWords account. It's gonna be start a Shopify or go high level. It's gonna be use a Menti to, we got KPIs, right? Key performance indicators. How do I know you're doing well? How do I know that you're at the next level of the job? When we do work and we go from employee to supervisor, oh man, I just made sure you call for me. They made me a manager. How'd you get there? How did you get there? You empowered yourself with the mind frame of how this system and this job really works. And they say, since you, Sebastian, since you know how every level of the job from the fry cook to the dishes person to the cashier to the waiters, since you know all this, we want to make you a manager so you can oversee them. Cool. And you might have a supervisor that's overseeing 5 managers. And then a boss oversees the supervisors, the 3 supervisors, over the 5 managers, over the 10 employees. You have to imagine being that one up top. That's how you get there instantly, by the skills and the wisdom, a bit of AI. So again, man, please visit us, man. SpinCityHQ.com, online, SpinCityHQ in real life.
Yeah, word is born, IRL.
Yeah, January 24th, please. It is a true 9 to 5.
Yes, sir.
Plus overtime event where we go over your shoulder and make sure that the mechanisms are truly, rolling in your favor. All right, and we have a great, we're gonna do a little bit more on the drawing board, but by the time Techno Tuesday comes, you'll get. Hey y'all, we're kind of gonna put together some sort of upsell to ensure and guarantee your cash flow from your new self-employed role.
All right.
You've now been hired by your dreams. It's been Spin City. It's been Hisayo Ku. Go ahead and sign out, bro.
俺は格が違うんだよ。We out.